are, save the victory roll, here we are. We are going to be, as you can tell by this description box, playing with the Melt Blueprint palette and a few other Melt cosmetics. In this video, we've got let's call it 2.5 looks. If you want to see what we did, how we got to this bright lip and eye look, just keep on watching. So we are working on the first look. This is the eye that we want to do. This is of course, as per the title, the Melt Blueprint palette. And then today we're going to do the whole neutral side. I'm going to use every color on the neutral side. And then for our next look, we will do all the blues. These swatch absolutely amazing. Like, look at that matte. Like, hello. And then let's do this shimmer. Hello. Bam. That's pretty fantastic. And I've used every color on my eyes. All right, so as per usual, I used, or for most of the time, I've been using the Juvia's Place eye primer that I've been panning to, or not eye primer, concealer that I've been panning for eye primer. So I'm just gonna pat it out because I didn't set it. And then using an angled brush from the Lois Cosmetics, I'm gonna go use my little card that came with my Melt order. I went on the 50% off sale, and I'm going to go into the dark shade here, which is called Hammered. And then we are just going to make our little shape for me to follow. Again, trying my best to match up with the other side, where both my eyes are a little bit different shaped, but usually I can do pretty good. So then we're just gonna try and match that shape up a little. And then using a brush from Colored Rain, I think it's the small blender, we're gonna go again into Hammered, and then we're gonna fill that in. And I'm going to take it through a good chunk of my lid. See, that's super pigmented. Whatever else I have on my face, I will list below. I've been panning some makeup, so for this look, I've just been using some of the stuff in my Project Pan, and then a Melt lipstick and liner. The liner I got in the sale, and the lipstick I got actually in a Sephora sale. So I think I'm gonna go a little, like I did on the other eye, just a little bit more forward with the brown. And then I think that's pretty good of a match. Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll see if we can fix it a little bit more maybe after. I think that's not too bad. Okay, so now for the next part, I went and I took the shade Hot Wire, which is that shimmer there, and that's what I put to the front of the eye. And then again, using that same blender, just cleaned out in a color switch, and then we just popped that one there. It's a beautiful shade, right? And then we'll just take that over a little bit into the matte. There we go. That looks nice. And then again, use the color switch. And then I'm going to take the same brush, and then we are going to put it into the color Beaming, which is that one there. So I'm going to dip it into there. I'm going to give it a little bit of a spritz with setting spray. And then that's going to go into the middle of the eye. Look how pretty that is. Let's just do another swipe. It definitely goes on, definitely more goldy. It looks almost pinkish in the pan, but it's definitely a nice gold. Like so. And then we are going to deepen again the edge a little bit with that first color we used, and then just blend the shimmer a smidge with hammers. Just to give it a bit of a blend. And then we're going to use that other shimmer again, hot wired, and then stick that up front, and then just blend a little. And then one more go over with beaming. I didn't try with the other eye, but let's try with this eye how it works with the finger. So the shimmer comes on quite nicely. Actually, I think in this case, the shimmers definitely go on really good with a brush. So it's definitely a formula that you don't have to use your fingers on. And then for along the bottom, we're just going to use the dark brown shade and then the hot wire shade up front. And then I'm just using a slightly more tapered brush from Shop Miss A. I didn't have any fallout in the other eye, but this eye got a little bit of fallout. So I'm just gonna quickly swirl my brush and then just see if I can sweep this away here. Blend it in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. So I did get a little bit of fallout. I should have spritzed, but I didn't on this eye, so I wasn't too worried. And then for the inner corner, I used this shade, which looks a little bit darker, called Nailed, but it looked really nice on the inner corner. So let's give that a spritz as well. And let's pop it into the inner corner. And that gave a really bright look. And then a little bit more, I missed a bit of connecting, so we'll just connect that a little bit better. And there we go. So let me just put on some mascara, clean that little spot there, and then we'll have a really, really quick chat regarding the bronze goldy side of the palette. It just took a little boop with my makeup sponge and we cleaned up that little teeny weeny bit of fallout, put on some mascara, and this is the final first look with the Blueprint palette from Melt Cosmetics. I really like it. Like, so far so good. I haven't tested the blue. I swatched the blues and I'll show those in the next video. But yeah, this is great. Like, I think this is, I really like the smoke sessions, which I have as well. I really love the formula to that. And I think that it's pretty similar. It seems to be the formula in this packaging is, this size packaging is really good. So that's our first look, and we'll do the complete full look with the base and everything for the next look. So if that's of interest to you, just keep on watching. Hey everybody, I was going to do this eye look today. I was gonna do one eye, do my base, and then do the second eye on camera. And the dark blue, dang, she's got fallout. But look at that. The color payoff is worth every drop of fallout. So I'll try and recreate the eye look. Maybe not the rest of the face. We may do something different, or may do a different eye look. We don't know. But this is what I'm thinking so far. Right? Beautiful? I think so. It kind of reminds me of a deep ocean. Alrighty. Keep on watching. Okay, here we are. We are going to do our second look with the Melt Cosmetics Blueprint palette. The last look, we did all of the bronzes, browns, golds, and now we're going to do the the blue side. You'll see I shot a little quick look of one that I played with. I wanted to just do the eyes, do the base first, but the dark blue has a bit of fallout, but the payoff in the end is worth it. So I thought, let's just shoot it on a blank canvas and go from there and see what we get. Alrighty, so I'm going to take a bit of the new primer that I'm testing. So this is the Kaleidos Tone Activated primer, and then my cheap little brush that I usually use. And then we'll probably end up speeding a bit through this because it's just putting on eye primer. Okay, we have eye primer on, though this is not really a review for it. I did find using this on my original blue look that you need to let this dry down a bit and then it goes on really good. If you leave this tacky, it's hard to blend in shadows, which we do not want that. So we'll just let that get a second there while I go pick out a brush. And then I'm going to use this one from Colored Rain. It's the, I'm gonna say it's the small blending brush. Just make sure there's no other color on there. We're good. And then we're going to dip down into the darkest shade, and this is Dim Out. So that's that one there. Now, like I mentioned before, this has a lot of kick up in the pan and a lot of fallout, so you need to be careful, but the color payoff you're gonna see is absolutely insane. I mean, look, like that is awesome. But you can already see that there's some fallout, but we're all good. So I did a winged out look previously. I think this one, I'm going to make this one a little bit more rounded. So let's try a different look. But if it does end up going winged, what can I do? But we're gonna start with trying to do it round. Okay, there we go. So we've put on the inner and the outer on both eyes, our first bit of the dim out, and I just blended in a little bit. It's not the perfect blend yet, but just to kind of put everything into its place. And then I'm going to take that same brush, because I really quite like this one. If they ever sell them as singles, I'd probably buy a couple. We're going to then go into the color King Stud, which is that color there. And then I'm going to stick that more in the center. This one doesn't have as much kick up as the darkest shade. I think it's mostly the darkest shade that has the majority of the kick up I have found. Okay, so I've become one of those people. I think this is almost the perfect palette. It was easy to create the more neutral look with this shade, with this side, and not needing any additional colors. I really would have liked if this one had another lighter matte blue for blending out, like more of a pastel. And same thing there, if we would have had a more lighter beige. So if we wanted to make the perfect, because this is 8 shades, if we want to make the perfect 10 pan palette, I would say a lighter beige and a nice pastel blue. If we wanted to make the perfect 9 pan, I think a pastel blue. I know people talk about wanting blacks in their palettes, and normally, yeah, I agree, but this dark brown and this dark blue does give you the depth that you need. So yeah, but because I don't have a lighter blue to kind of blend it out, I'm just going to take this Midas Cosmetic palette, and it has this pastel blue in there that I like. I can't remember if this is volume 1 or volume 2, but it's from the little pastel palettes from Midas. So I'm just going to take another small little brush. So this is going to be a small blender from Lois Cosmetics. And then I'm going to go, make sure that there's no color on there. And then I'm going to go into that pastel blue, and I'm just going to use that to blend out a little bit on top. See, that just helps a little bit with blending the top there together. And then I'm going to take my Wayne Goss blender here that has no additional product on it. And then we are going to just give that a blend. So now I feel that I got the right base, and then now I can go in and deepen the colors on the outside and then bring that shimmer again more brighter into the middle. So we would be going in with Dim Out and then King Stud will be the two colors that I'll be using. And we'll probably speed through this a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think I got what I want for the top. And now for the center of the lid, I'm going to take my e.l.f. glitter primer. And then I'm going to put some in the middle, take from that, and then just put it onto both eyes. Pat it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take this flat brush from Colored Rain, and I'm gonna go into the color Deadbolt. So that color right there. How pretty is that? So now I'm going to take the darker shimmer, and then I'm going to blend that on either side a little bit. And then a little bit more of the darkest shade. And then again, using the fluffy brush, one more little bit of a blend on top. There we go. So now I'm going to take a sponge here, and then I'm just going to clean up some of the fallout on the bottom here. That blue got everywhere. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the bottom lash line, and we're going to use the darkest shade on the outside, this one in the middle, and then this one nearer to the edge. Well, actually no, the other way around. That one near to the edge, and then this one into the middle of the eye, kind of repeating what's going on there. There we go. And then for the inner corner, we're going to use the lightest shade in the palette called Skylight. And then I'm going to grab the smallest little brush from the Lowest Cosmetics collection. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna go clean up all the fallout. We're gonna stick on base and contour, but we're going to leave and highlight, and we're gonna leave the blush and lips because I've got some other melt products that I would like to use. So we'll be back in 1 second. And we are back. So what I did was I cleaned up, put on my foundation, which is the Define and Conceal by Revolution. I use a little Fenty powder and my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I used a little of Berry M blue eyeliner, high vis in the waterline, a little eyeliner, and some mascara. So now we're ready to do the rest of the makeup. And the only things left that I wanted to try, well, I've used this before, I really like it. This is the Sandy Cheeks. This is the one of the new cream blushers from Melt. And then I also got, so the first one I got kind of melted, so this is the one we're going to use. But Sephora kindly sent me another one. I have this color 1969, which does have some nostalgia for me. Anyways, this is this color here. We're going to use that. And then I ordered a lip liner and an eyeliner. The eyeliner was green, so that didn't go with today's eye. But I did pick up an orangey lip liner, which I thought might go well with this marigoldy yellowy type shade. So let's do some blush first. So I like to use a sponge. If you ever want something that's awesome to clean sponges, the Colored Rain soap, their little soap discs are amazing. You cannot believe how much it can get out of your sponge. I mean, this is stained a little bit red, but this is now back to its original color from when I bought it. So that's pretty insane. So we're just gonna pop into our Sandy Cheeks, and then we're just going to pop some of that on. crazily pigmented. And since we're just playing and this makeup is going to be coming off shortly after, because I'm doing this in the evening because I was a little bored, so I felt like doing my second look today. And there we go. How is that for some cheeks, right? Okay, so now let's do the lips. Now we're going to do this shade here. It's the orange one. What was it called? So this one is in the shade Scandal. Ooh, Scandal. So we're going to take that and we're going to line our lips. Now this color story is not for the faint of heart, but again, we're just playing. I don't think that when I bought this liner or bought this lipstick, I was thinking this eyeshadow palette. It probably worked better with the bronzer side, but hey, I think this might even be the same lip combo I did have in that side. All right, so there we go, 1969 with a little bit of Scandal and some sandy cheeks. So that is the Melt products I wanted to try and play with. So that was the Blueprint palette to the blue side. Okay, so let me just go do something with my hair and then we can come back for some final thoughts. And here we are, just did a little something with my hair, toned down those cheeks a little bit, and that's it. I like the orange lips. Sorry, not sorry. Will I normally wear with a blue eye? No, but we like it. It's okay. So anyways, final thoughts. What did we think of the Melt Blueprint palette? I love it. It's awesome. I've worn it 3 times, once with the more neutrally side and twice with the blue, and it's gorgeous. It's super pigmented. Yes, the one shade definitely has a lot of fallout, but the color payoff, the final look, blendability, everything else is perfect. So I can live with a little bit of fallout. Do the eyes first, base last. Not a hardship. I like Melt's lipstick formula, so that's good. That was the first lip liner I tried. Liked that as well. I love their blushes. I have Honey Thief in the powder formula. I'd like to get it in the cream formula as well. And then I have the Sandy Cheeks here. I haven't tried the eyeliner yet, so we'll try that in another look, but I do like all the Melt shadows that I've tried. I have this Smoke Sessions, I have the Blueprint palette, I have the 2 from the Beetlejuice collection, and I've liked them all. I've liked everything I've tried from Melt so far. I hear that they can be hit and miss, but I do my research. I watch some reviews. I look at swatches, we test it out, and we like it. It from us today. God, I guess I'm tired, getting hard to talk, but I just wanted to say thanks for coming by and watching my video, checking out me playing with a not so new palette, but a good palette. If you feel so inclined, please like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even hit that notification bell. And if not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can discuss makeup. We can talk about our love for Melt Cosmetics. It's all good. So I hope you're doing well, making smart choices, staying safe in these interesting times. Hope you're getting vaccinated. One on board. Hopefully I will have the second by June or July so I can see some friends this summer. Well, again, that's it for me, and see you next time. Bye.